Castro Valley. As you can see, I'm here at the train station and I'm heading to San Francisco and we'll go on a visit to Alcatraz. I am so excited and can't wait to tell you all what Alcatraz is. So excited. Here you go. Here's the train now. All right.
One of the best ways to travel to San Francisco is travel through a train, and I'm utilizing it to the full extent. As I was saying, I'm heading to Alcatraz via San Francisco. I purchased round-trip ticket to go there, and I'm so excited for you guys to go on a journey with me. And I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Let's go.
Here you go. More Meryl.
And now I am trying my very best to be on time to the pier. It's gonna be Pier 33. Going to Alcatraz. I hope I'm not late. That's fun. Gonna die. Yeah, anyway, look at how beautiful San Francisco is. At whatever time of day. Look at that. It's the heart of the Bay Area. Yeah. I'm so happy I'm able to share this with everyone here. There you go. Now I'm gonna run. I made it on time. Alright.
God, I was so late, but thank God I was able to make it.
Guests to wash and sanitize their hands frequently. Hand washing stations and hand sanitizing units are
Amazing how there's still a long line right here. But here we go.
Making my way through the gangway, I just can't help but to marvel of the life that I once led working on a cruise ship. And this feels so surreal, like just hailing on to the ferry boat, going to Alcatraz. I feel so wonderful, and I'm just so excited.
Thank you.
We're right now by the entrance of the ferry boat. This is like the first floor, or the first deck, as what the nautical term should be. And I was tempted to just like stay here on the first deck, but opted to go to the third deck to get a full view. We're about to leave the pier right now. The area. There you go. Look at that. I'm so excited. I think that I've made a great deal out of it. There you can see the Bay Bridge. And then this island, the heart of San Francisco Bay, just a mile and a quarter from the sights and sound of one of the world's most beautiful cities, has been used for a fort, a lighthouse, and a prison. Talking about history. Massive crowd today.
Whoa.
And there you could see the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's Alcatraz right there.
Wow. This is amazing. Yay.
Now heading out to see Alcatraz. It is one of the national parks at the Golden Gate, and the National Park Services is working to make it accessible to visitors, preserve its buildings, protect its
Thank you so
birds and
much.
other wildlife, and interpret its history. Look at that magnificent view overlooking Alcatraz.
This is Alcatraz.
Isn't it a beautiful day? I love it. So it was said that after the Great San Francisco earthquake of 1906,
On the island,
176 prisoners from San Francisco jails were temporarily housed on Alcatraz.
The new industries, and it used to be the workshop for federal prisoners. Inside of that building, we have two exhibits. One is on the Red Power movement. The other exhibit is on prison labor on why it closed as a prison. Let's yell it out. Well, that was a big part that happened afterwards, yes. But what other reasons did it shut down? It was the expense. That was a big reason. The money was very expensive to run this as a federal prison. We're on an island. You have to bring in everything by boat. Food, water, supplies, people, everything has to come in by boat. So it's becoming very expensive very quickly. That's why it only lasted as a federal prison for 29 years. Towards the end of this time of this being a federal prison, they had to bring in federal prisoners out here that really didn't have to be on Alcatraz, but they had to justify for the cost of keeping this prison open. So in the early years, Kelly, Alvin Karpovich, Floyd Hamilton, eventually Whitey Bulger, so all of them.
Whoa. Look at that. For thousands of years, Alcatraz was a lonely island, occasionally visited perhaps by Ohlone and Miwok Indians. It says here, incarceration in the United States. Pretty interesting. Wow. Look at that. Alright, seeing the vastness of history right here in Alcatraz amazed me to no end. And look at this edifice that stood the test of time, of history, that unfolded right here at the very heart of Alcatraz. You could have imagined what people or prisoners experienced here. Look at that. We'll go for audio tour so I could have more glimpse of what is Alcatraz. Very, very interesting. Whoa. This is fun. A lot of walking, but I love this. I love to go through history and everything. And there's more to this island than meets the eye. A lot of walking, so decided to go through the entrances. Side was the water tower from 1940 to 1963, and then right here we've got here the morgue, which is left on the rock, and this is basically it. It's crazy. Whoa. No way in hell. Wow. Here we go now to the main prison. You could actually see the alleyway or the corridor that leads to the main entrance. Someone will greet you there. And it's a long way. And then this first area where all the people gather is like what they call the blue room, if there are going to alter the clothes of the inmates. or anything really that has something to do with clothing, this is where they used to do it. And now heading to the main prison.
Starting now the tour on the prison cells right here inside Alcatraz. As you can see how tiny and crazy it is. You've got your bed, the single bed right there. Probably a place where you can put on something. You've got also the toilet there, the toilet bowl, and also the basin. So it's right here. Wow. Pretty interesting. From here there on, you could see from, so right there's the Michigan Avenue. There's even a name for that one. And then it's like an improvised telescope, I guess, so you could see what's actually happening out in the outside world. So this is gonna be cool. So what's amazing as well is that's the cell number of Al Capone, 181. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go up. They only just like have the first floor be opened, but it's 181 for Al Capone. Look at that. It's the same as what we have here on the first floor. He's like the most famous prisoner here in Alcatraz. It must have been really tough during those days. We have this, and yeah, crazy.
Of the 1,545 men who did time on Alcatraz, only a handful were notorious. Among them, Al Scarface Capone, Talk Barker, Alvin Creepy Carpus, George Machine Gun Kelly, Floyd Hamilton, and Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz, who actually conducted his famous bird studies when he was imprisoned at Leavenworth. Most of the inmates were men who had proved to be problems in other prison populations, escape risks, and troublemakers. Of the 14 attempted federal prison escapes, the best known occurred in June 1962 when Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin slipped into the water. They used raincoats as flotation devices and were presumably bound for San Francisco. Although their bodies were never found, they are assumed to have drowned. Well, to be honest and real talk, if you're going to compare the prison cells here in Alcatraz from where I came from the Philippines, this is by far like the best accommodation, to be honest. Like what we have back home is just, it's appalling. But this one is amazing, actually. As part of its security, the Bureau of Prisons deliberately restricted visitors to the Rock. It may have been this isolation, this apparent secrecy that fueled stories of the prison's miserable living conditions. Although few of these stories were true, the prison was clean and the food was good. Alcatraz was undeniably a maximum security facility. As you can see here, visitors are having this audio device which contains all the pertinent information about Alcatraz and the way of living there. And here is a place where visitors go at. And this place is actually a dummy. There's a dummy prisoner just to have a glimpse of what it looks like or what life was before. There you go. And there's the place again where visitors are at when they want to talk to the prisoners. You have this utility corridor.
So this is like the metal detector long time ago. And then we'll proceed to the dining hall.
So this is used to be the dining hall, and this was like the menu. March 21st, 1963, you have the assorted dry cereals, steamed wheat, scrambled eggs, fresh milk, stewed fruit, toast, bread, butter, and coffee. Look at that. That's the galley. That's where they cook the food. And here's the dining hall. Obviously, there are no tables or chairs right here, but you could get a hold of it. And the food was some of the best in the federal prison system, according to the information. And since the inmates had access to metal knives, forks, and spoons, this was also the most dangerous room on Alcatraz. Patrolling guards and tear gas canisters mounted in the ceiling kept prisoners in line. They also have the recreation yard. There is a rare freedom of movement, association, and choice. Some inmates chose to play baseball or run laps. Others simply walked to the top of the bleachers and looked out at what they were missing. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see what it looks like. Huh. Pretty interesting as well. Look at that. Huh. Isn't it cool? So amazing. So this is a cell of Officer William A. Miller, who was held hostage. He was mortally wounded when he hit a key that the inmates needed to complete their escape. Look at that. Like, for real, all this escape from Alcatraz is totally unreal, and Bernie Coy had it all planned out. And there you go. There is this bar spreader that he discovered this. It is a vulnerable part of the bars, and he was able to do that. Look at that. Isn't it cool too? Oh gosh, lots of history, lots of escape, trying to get away from here. All right. So from the picture right here, there's another one. Ah, very smart prisoner escape. So for thousands of years, Alcatraz was a lonely island occasionally visited perhaps by Olin and Miwok Indians. The government made use of the land and made it like where all the incredulous thugs and criminals should be. It stopped its operation due to cost. It requires a lot of money for its operation, and one of the most, or if not the most prominent prisoner right here is Al Capone. Basically, from how I gathered it, 4.5 years of his life should be in prison was just like put into hospital, because obviously with his condition and everything, that's how it was. There you go. Some fun fact about Alcatraz is that there were no female correctional officers or prisoners on Alcatraz, so basically it's all male dominated environment here. Women prisoners could not be declared incorrigible until 1969. The only females on the island were visitors and correctional officers' wives and children. So we've got here some famous inmates. We've got Scarface, Al Capone. We've got George Machine Gun Kelly, not the rapper, Arthur Doc Barker, Alvin Creepy Carpis Karbavich, the Birdman, Bumpy, and Mickey. Wow. So what we have here is a sample of a prison cell during that time. It's the same exact size, and the main reason of which is that for visitors to have a feel of what it feels like, really. There's like 5 or 6 that's open for the public, for video and pictures reason. So I took an opportunity of it, and there's me and another me. It was said that activists occupied Alcatraz a total of 3 times, the first in 1964, when they stayed for only 4 hours. 5 years later, on November 9, 1969, a small group landed on the island and claimed it in the name of the Indians of all tribes, a landmark in intertribal cooperation. Interest in the occupation was fueled by Alcatraz's location and reputation, as well as by growing national awareness of American Indian issues. Media coverage was generally positive, and the occupation gathered public support. As time passed, however, this support began to erode. The struggle to raise money and the effort required to keep the occupiers supplied with food and water also caused the group's number to dwindle from the hundreds that the occupation claimed at its height. Finally, in June 1971, federal agents removed from the island the few individuals who remained.
So this is the prison library. This is what it looks like right now. Basically, obviously there's no books right here, but just imagine what it looks like from before. It was said that most prisoners sought mental escape through books, and they usually read books 75 to 100 a year. And since most of them are really like deadly, and they've got like just brutal criminal records, they used to have their books being delivered in their cell, and some of them really loves to read philosophers in particularly Kant and Hegel, Schopenhauer. Pretty interesting. Wow. As a book aficionado myself, I am so lost. I am so lost with that information.
After the tour, I went straight to the souvenir shop, and there I found a lot of array of fixtures and shirts, cutleries, even books, obviously fridge magnet, and everything that you could think of when it comes to souvenirs. And I really love them all. If I could just like bring them with me. I'm actually leaning towards the books. There was this one that was written by Al Capone's granddaughter. I think that I'm gonna pick them. It's actually really interesting. Definitely gonna buy it, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think of it. I love everything.
This is the Officers Club Penitentiary Social Hall. That's what it looks like.
And then there's the Alcatraz Gardens. And that's me enjoying everything, basking in all the sun, all these photos. Thank God for the timed in camera. I love that.
Heading back to San Francisco. Time will be at 2:35. We're already aligned. I had so much fun, and what I could just say is that Alcatraz tops all my expectations and more. And I really enjoyed every minute of it.
immensely enjoyed it so much. I hope that you guys will try to visit Alcatraz, and if you have some time to come over in the Bay Area, please do try to swing by. Heading back now to San Francisco. Can't help but to thank Alcatraz for all the learnings for that day. Easy trip. And such a good travel. Now I'm here in San Francisco, and I just can't help but to marvel of my experience there. Just, it's so overwhelming, and I just can't contain my emotions. I'll be heading home with lots of stories to tell and things to ponder on that beautiful island called Alcatraz. So after going to Alcatraz, I decided to stop by some stores here at Pier 39, the Fisherman's Wharf in particular. Yeah, just to have a look, and then might buy some souvenirs. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So aside from a lot of attractions right here in Pier 39, it's really bustling, and you can see that there is Explore Below the Bay, the Aquarium of the Bay. There's a bunch of good restaurants here too, the Baba Gump Shrimp. There's a whale tour I'm gonna try it one time. There's Drive Out. A bunch of stuff. I would like to apologize for that messy audio onto the last minute of this vlog. Sorry. Alright. It's an easy breezy travel to San Francisco, and I had such an amazing time, and I hope that this won't be the last one. There's so much to offer, and yeah, I'll see you guys out and about. I'm heading to a very amazing place next month, or probably sooner than you guys think, so stay tuned, and thank you so much again. Always smile. Take care. Life is beautiful. Siyempre, hindi mawawala ang mga selfie-selfie, o diba? Thank you for today. Thank you for the experiences, and I really appreciate all the effort of watching this video till the very end. Maraming salamat sa suporta, and I can thank you guys enough. Heading back home now, very contented and with a smile on my face. So this wraps up now my Alcatraz vlog, and I do hope that this put a smile on your faces just like it did on mine. Please like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much once again. Dios te bendiga. Carpe diem. Thank you. Bye for now.